fuck, it's a gorgeous day. I mean, like, holy shit. September 18th. And I tell you what. So yesterday I made I recorded myself driving to work and gave a little update on the side of the house. And with my goals and what I planned on getting done, and I got exactly that done today. So today on the 18th of September, I got the peak done on the east side. The east side peak, the gable vent, the top, the majority, has been painted and caulked. The gable trim drip edge has been painted black. I masked it. It was easier. I started taping it. I was like, fuck it. What's another 10 minutes of taping? It was the right thing to do. It was the right thing. So after I got all that done and caulked around the gable vent, I lowered the scaffold, set up the ladder, and put another pick across so I can do the entire gable. That's next. I will probably mask the windows tomorrow. I need to mask the windows. But I think what I want to do is, I'm going to mask the windows. I want to mask the windows and then wash them, because right now I can't really wash them because of where the scaffold is, right in the middle of the windows. So I'm going to hang off on doing that, but I at least want to, I want to put I'm not going to mask them all the way. I just want to keep those shit from dripping off, just in case. Which is easy with the auto mask or whatever, the 3M tape stuff, just done. It's a 4-foot gig. I can do that in one shot. So I have the ends of the gable trim to do, like the last 4 feet on one side and the last 5 or 6 feet on the other side, where it meets the other part of the house where I have the other pick set. So I have a little bit of repair to do on that transition. I don't think I'm going to do that right now, tomorrow. I think that's going to be more for when I lower, because I'm going to incorporate that with doing the bedroom side, the addition side of the house, because I need to do the gutters. I'm really considering moving the I won't have to move the jacks. I'm going to keep the one jack there at the edge, and that's going to be my start. But all my working along the entire east side of the lower end is going to be, I can get that off of scaffold, ladder scaffold. So that'll work out, because I have the 12-foot picks, and they're working out fine. They're working out absolutely good. One has a super duper bow in it, but I can flip it over. But it's where it's crowned. I kind of like the bow and the crown to, if I'm standing on it more than 5-6 feet in the air. And the gutter and the soffit for the lower side, I'm gonna probably be, it's 10. I'm gonna be maybe 5-ish, 6 feet off the ground, because I have some gutter work to do. Reflash the gutters, clean and seal the gutter seams. That's next. want to do all the high stuff. Like, my goal by the end of the weekend is to have the east side gable done, like done, and beginning the lower section of the front of the house, because that's, you know, I'm kind of do a little here, do a little there, do a little here, do a little there. So I wanted to, instead of getting the front done, because it needs a lot more time, more than just, you know, an hour here and there, because I have to set up the drop cloths underneath because there's a lot of scraping and there's a lot of climbing around on my hands and knees under there, and I want to do that. It'll probably be Sunday morning I'll start that. So I have to work tomorrow. In yesterday's recording, I went on and on about squirrel hunting and everything, and it was a hodgepodge of shit, but I want to just give an update of where I am on the house, what is progressing, because that's ultimately what, you know, this is just a record of what I'm doing. So as of right now, the east side gable is 30% done, but within that 30%, that's most of the hard work. The rest of the gable is just, it's a little bit of cleaning, a little prep work, and painting. That's pretty much it. So I'm going to hit it with a sponge and rinse it off. I might do that in the morning. So Saturday, hit it with a sponge, or do that Saturday afternoon when it's drier. Yeah, I might do that, or Sunday afternoon. I might do that Sunday afternoon. I need to hunt, but honestly, I want to stay out of the woods, because where I want to deer hunt and where I want to squirrel hunt are exactly the same little tiny 25-acre chunk out of 1,400 acres. But I need to get the house done before I can transition to wanting to do a little bit more on the hunting side. And once I get the gable completely done above the windows, yeah, I need to do that in the afternoon when it's dry, because in the mornings it's been really, really dewy, and the siding has been moist, which is fine. But if I'm sanding and stuff, if it's wet at all, it's just going to turn into a paste. So I'm going to hit it with a sanding sponge, just, you know, go over it a little bit because it's chalky. I didn't do that with the other sections. I may hit it with another coat, because this acrylic paint it's excellent for chalky shit. I had a couple existing runs and bubbles that I painted over that really, you know, looking straight on them, they really bothered me. So I want to go over that again. Plus, I was using a 1/2-inch nap, which I wanted to lay it on thick with the 1/2 inch, but it's siding, so it kind of, the finish is a little off from what I wanted. So I have a couple polyurethane or polyvinyl weave 3/8-inch nap rollers that I want to hit. I have to work tomorrow, but hopefully they cancel that and I will be able to, you know, not work, which would be cool. So let me turn that down. Goddamn. So what else is it? Yeah, get the gable done, mask off the window, get the gable done. I want to mask off yeah, that's what I'll do. That's tomorrow's gig. Tomorrow I will mask the windows, will mask the windows, and I will mask the front rock. Get that all masked up, tidied up. No painting tomorrow. Toward the end of painting with the blue, I noticed I was using the 1/2-inch nap, and some of the paint had, on the edges of the pan, kind of flaked into the paint, and I was laying them on, which they get hung up in the roller, and that chunk of the paint is done. I can use that for the brush, and I'll put it in a different container and strain it, and use that for touch up and stuff like that. So, and I still have a couple pieces of white on the trim to touch up where a couple of stray hairs on the blue flapped up onto the face of the drip, the siding transition between the wood trim and the siding. So you can't see it from the ground, but I know it's there, and I'll just hit it, which is no big deal because I have to finish cutting around. I'm going to hit the gable vent one more time, trim, because I have to paint underneath it. So I may caulk underneath it, but I don't know if I need to look at how it drains, because it's a manufactured piece that had trim put around it. So it looks like whoever did the siding put that on, so it's kind of okay. And the siding isn't bad. It's just dated. It's old. It's vertical siding. It's overlap. It almost looks like commercial barn or steel pole building type material. And it's whatever. So get that going. What are you doing, dude? It's a Friday, and everybody's done lost their mind. A fucking Volvo goddamn mini motherfucker, T6 something. Jesus Christ, doing 45 miles an hour. Looked like they almost pulled over. Hope they ain't dying. But there is no reason for it. On 275 at New Richmond Kellogg exit, this little corridor here is a nightmare. So also Sunday, the Bengals, holy shit, I just saw a Bengals sign. It reminded me of football. So I am not a Bengals fan. I watched the Bengals play Monday Night Football, or Thursday Night Football last night, and the Browns handed their ass to them on a platter. So Sunday, the Titans play the Jaguars at 1 p.m. Generally, I would be all over watching that game, but I have too much painting to do. It's supposed to be gorgeous. It's supposed to be gorgeous all fucking week. Holy shit. So let's cap on my goals. My official goal for tomorrow, Saturday the 19th, is to mask the windows, mask the east side windows. Mask the east side windows, caulk what I can see, caulk the trim edge, and sorry, some shit rattling back here. I had to hit the brake to shift the load. Mask the windows and mask the front rock, get it prepped and ready. That's my goal for tomorrow. That is it. It's a simple day. I'm not going to do any painting tomorrow. I cleaned my brushes today. I moved all I kind of started putting stuff away where it belongs, because I really don't have that much more in-depth constructioning to do, but at the same time I still don't have anywhere to put my shit. The garage is full of motors and boxes and motor parts and seats and stuff that I need out of my way. It's gotta go. It's just gotta go. So, yeah, the east side of the house is kind of, I don't want to say it's difficult. It's going to be the easiest, but it's the most difficult to access. One, you can't roll a cart over there because it's completely grassed. I can get to it from, I have to walk all the way around the house. The long way is either way. So, anytime I need to stage anything, I pretty much have to take what I need to work on that little section and then take it back. So I cleaned my brushes because it'll be a day or two before I get back to serious painting, and I'm changing my setup on the painting because I'm changing the dynamic has changed a little bit from when I shifted. So I probably will still use the 2-inch brush for the white trim, and I don't know, I may go with a softer 3-inch for the blue, but I really don't need to, because that my 3-inch it's an ultra stiff. I think it's still a blue. I don't think it's the purple, the total nylon. I think it's a nylon polyester blend. So it's like medium hard, medium stiff. But it'll do what I need to do. I like 3-inch brush. I really like a 3-inch brush. But it's a little fat to get up under where I need to do, but it lays on enough. I may just go with a 2-inch on it, because I'm just, probably just a 2-inch. So, that's it. It's pretty cut and dry. By the end of the weekend, I really hope to have the gable end done. At least by Monday. I will have it painted. The white will be dry. I will be able to put the two coats and touch up of the white paint on the gable trim. That will be first. Then paint the blue. Finish the gable vent, paint the blue around the gable vent, and the little transition edge on the bottom. And then by the time that is drying, I can hit the white again. So that's Sunday. And then after I get that, I could probably put the trim on the front. While I have the blue out, I may go ahead and prime. No, I should probably prime the trim. I should etch and prime the trim, because it's a polystyrene. It's like a vinyl, but it's weatherproof. It's plastic basically, but it's a porous plastic. So I'm gonna sand it, prime it, and then put, then I'll cut it and put it on. So a little prep work. If I get to it tomorrow, I might sand and prime that. That way it has all day to cure. That'd be a good idea. That's a good day tomorrow. Mask and prime, and then Sunday, put the first coats on the gable end, install the trim, put the first coat on it. Well, I'm going to have to caulk it, so I will install the trim, caulk it, give that a couple hours to cure, probably end up caulking it twice, maybe 3 times, because of the way the ribs on the siding, and I don't know if I'll paint it in between caulk applications or not. May not. Just see how it flows, because I want to put the caulk on thin enough for it to fully cure within like 2 hours. So if I start Sunday morning at say 8 o'clock, by noon I should have, by 1 o'clock, by the time the game starts, I should have the first layer of caulk on. That is realistic. And then I will finish painting the east side gable, hit it with the second coat, second go round, which will take probably about an hour, and do my touch-ups. And then probably paint the trim, get it a first coat because it's already going to be primed. I'm not going to prime the caulk. I'm just going to lay the paint on top of the caulk. So after, like, that'll give like 2.5 hours. So by 3-4 o'clock I should have at least the first coat of paint on the front. That's a good day. That's a good full day. The gable will be done, and the trim will be on the front, which will give me then Monday morning, bright and squirrely Monday morning, I will bright and early Monday morning, I will probably do another touch-up application of caulk on the trim on the front, and lower the scaffold, clean the windows, take off the shutters, and get that started. So that's Monday morning. So that's, give me a couple hours. If I start, I've been trying to start at like 7:30, 8 o'clock. Sun comes up around a little after 7. So if I start by 8, I'm okay, but it's kind of cool and wet in the morning, which is fine. I really can't lay anything, but if I get out there, wipe it off, and then go in, it's all right. So that's my goal for the weekend. NFL weekend number 2. That's what we'll call it. So the weekend of September 19th. The following weekend, the 26th, is opening day of bow season on Saturday, which I also have a tattoo appointment, and that is Brandy's birthday weekend, which is why I'm working tomorrow, so I can afford to do all that stuff, because I called in this past Monday, and I worked last weekend, but this weekend for me, since I called in, will be straight time. But with that straight time, I don't want to lose the overtime from last weekend. I mean, I won't lose it, but it'll cover. I need the money. I mean, I don't need the money to survive. I need the money to cover some of my extra stuff. So next weekend is a wash. I'm not going to be able to do much of anything. I want to get in the woods. Hopefully get in the woods Sunday. Don't know, depending on how much Jesse does on my wrist, and it hurts. Holy shit. Of all this my entire arm, my wrist is probably the worst tattoo I have ever had. Only because that's the working bit of my body. That touches everything that I do. Is I touch it with my wrist. You don't realize how much when you're doing something you rest your wrist on things, or you use your wrist to move something, or oh my god, your wrist is like your second opposable thumb, for fuck's sake. Anyway, that's another go around. So that's my that's all. 25 minutes. That's all I'm doing. I might record another one just to talk about shit that isn't the house, but I want to keep the house stuff separate, so that way I keep a log on it, because I will spend another hour, because I probably have another 35 minutes in traffic. But that's 26 minutes. Alright, fuck off. I got shit to do.